I know we did not get NorthNight, but did you know what we got? A lot of AUs. If you don't know, AUs are alternate universes that we get from the fans. It is like fanfiction only but on Twitter. So this is NorthNight AU, where North is the senior and heartthrob of the college who has his eyes on a freshman student called Night over 6 months. Knight has already noticed that he had been secretly adored by a certain senior, the most famous one to be exact, ever since his first day of freshman year. His stolen glances of adoration and love mixed with hints of lust did things tonight. First, it felt weird. Second, it felt as if something moved inside his stomach. Sometimes it sent shivers down its spine. Every time North would purposely and very much noticeably cross paths with Knight's while his sparkling eyes directed towards Knight's own, it would draw a subtle smile on Knight's lips, a genuine one. His heart would skip 1,000 beats and he just couldn't take his eyes away from North. It was magnetic and worse, hypnotizing. Time passed by and their tension getting tighter and tighter. Night acknowledgement of his own feelings of want and need for North felt unbearable each passing day. And North never made a move, leaving Night to doubt every hint he has been receiving for the past few months. This is Night's account, ironically a morning person. This is North's account, not a good role model. How long has it been? What? You know, N. Oh, shut up. Night, bro. Are you crazy? Did you just tell me he's gonna know? Oh shit, my bad. Delete right now. Done. Ironically, the damage is also done. It might be just a coincidence. So it's @Night Sky. It is mine. Tell him that. Also, thank you. You are so down bad for him, obviously. Make a move, jerk. Soon. Did he notice me? Definitely not, right? Please don't. Nyung, what's up? Do you really think it's a coincidence? I'm not the one who said it. What are the odds the notes of the college will post a picture of night sky with the letter N? Plus, he has been giving you the eyes, you know. I don't know. Do you really like him? Whatever, bye. I'm going back to study. I don't care about him. Yeah, let's see about that. Why do best friends take so much happiness in our misery? He's the most rich, popular boy in college, a top student. He's handsome. He's just perfect. Of course, there's no way he's gonna get with me. You bet. You bet. I need some money. Please bet. Let's try to forget him. Try. What can we do? Can't wait to see you. Not subtle anymore, are we? Not anymore. He already has someone. What did I even expect? You are an idiot, Knight. Okay, I'll not point it out. Will he get it? Dog, just ask him out. What if he rejects me? Have you seen the way he looks at you? Yeah, you are right. One hand tightly gripping on the clothed hand of his backpack while the other held a few books. Knight dragged his feet across the hallway that was headed straight towards the cafeteria. His usual shimmering eyes that always searched for one certain figure now gloomed and held down. Knight attended college quite early than usual. Entering the rarely occupied cafeteria, he took his seat on his usual table in the corner. Shivering out a sigh, he slumped himself on the books that were scattered on the wooden table messily. His heart felt heavy. He felt empty. Was he overthinking? His heart... He didn't know. Did he have the right to? He didn't know. Part of him was angry and disappointed, yet he didn't know who or what his feelings are projected towards. Was it North or was it himself? Drunken into his thoughts, his trace was broken by the sudden ding on his phone. Where are you? New post. I will always be a night person. It's definitely not me. Your name is literally Night. Motherfucker, reply to my message. Where are you? Reply in the cafeteria. Your boo's here. He's not my boo. He was yesterday. I will always be a night person, and I'm never a night person. But I think that's clearly for you. Forget it. Just get here quickly. Whatever, I don't care. Murmuring to himself, Knight regained his posture when flipping through his books to complete some notes until his friends arrived. His only friend, to be exact. Knight wasn't the best at making friends, and it wasn't a problem for him either. He sometimes was called a loner, but he couldn't care less. He embraced it. He wasn't that student who will be noticed by anyone, but wasn't the one to be ignored either. He was simple. That's what Knight is. That would be the definition Knight would give himself. His torso leaned forward and back quite hunched. He continued with work on the books. At every minute passed by, the place slowly crowded. The chitter-chatter of fellow students filled his ear, which surprisingly helped him collect his thoughts. He cleared his mind, and focus was interrupted by the faint sounds of a laughter. As if his mind filtered, the certain laugh rang loudly in his ears, which caused his jaws to clench. North. Found ya? Oh, I want him so bad. Will you just tell him that, please? I want to kiss those lips right now. Night sky, I want you so bad. Okay, let's continue. The North is desperate. I am. Communicate. North eyes fixated on the books, on the junior who doesn't dare to look away from him. Odd. Knight eyebrows creased while curiously sparked inside. Knight not sparing a glance at North wasn't something he was used to. At least not after the past 6 months of stolen glances, random checking out, exchange of stares and smiles. His heart panged, yet he shrugged it away almost immediately with, it must be important work. Yo, North, come here. North's head heard his friend's cue's voice. His shield head nodded in acknowledgement while he spared one more glance at the smaller who remained unwavered about North's presence. Even after taking his seat on his usual spot, North's eyes were still lashed on the junior. North's face remained nonchalant. He poked his tongue inside and his teeth feeling frustrated. He's sad. We are also sad. Despite his eyes being focused down on the books, which helped Knight escape the situation he felt the usual stares on him, he quickly shrugged it away before his feelings got in the way. P. North. Knight heard a sweet female voice not so long after. Oh, hi Cloud, was answered by the senior in return. Do you want to... Knight paid no attention to whatever was conversed between them when a sudden thought invented his mind. Cloud. It caused Knight's breath to hitch while he was finally understood the familiarities of the name. So it hasn't been me all this long. I'm so stupid. Cloud, it all makes sense now. You weren't even mine to begin with. Why am I heartbroken? The hell happened now? It wasn't me all along. How do you know? He was talking to a girl named Cloud. Cloud emoji? That's it. What do you mean that's it? I will always be a night person. Found you. Heart, Cloud, love, coincidence? But he's 24/7 literally eyeing you head to toe, bro. And also he hadn't made any move for what? 6 months? If he wanted me, he would have done something by now. You got a point though. Exactly. Hold on, I'm on my way to the cafeteria right now. No, I'll meet you in class. I have no plans of staying here another minute. Alright, Pookie. See you in class. He didn't look at me. Was he in a bad mood? He was frowning every time I saw him. I want to kiss that frown away. I don't want him to... I want to see his smile. I want to hug him and whisper how much I love him. Please start by telling him. North, is your soon made of elastic? What do you mean? You blabber on about how much you want him, but it has been forever and you aren't even making a move. Why do you care? Because you are being fucking annoying on my TL. Get together soon so I can block your romantic ass. Watch me. People watch you. You make a move. It was a flair play of hide and seek at college. Knight was exhausted and avoiding North the whole day for his own heart's sake. Stepping inside his dorm was all he ever wanted to do was sleep his worry and sadness away until his phone vibrated inside his pocket. Knight, guess right, I'm picking you up in 10 minutes. What? I just got into my dorm. You know Peter from the art faculty? He invited me to visit bar for a hangout. I'm tagging you along. I am not in the mood. That's the whole point, MF. You want to rot in bed thinking about that goddamn senior of yours. That's what I thought. Get ready. Fine. Yeah, I think it's good for a change. I don't want to rot in bed thinking about him. The fit check no one asked for. His loss. You're doing great, best friend. North living up to his bio. Fuck off. Go easy on him. He's heartbroken. On his third pack of cigar, but bro still looks fine. 30 minutes have passed since Knight arrived at Toy's bar with his friends. Must say he isn't even the biggest fan of the whole environment around. Violating noises mixed with the smell of alcohol and sweat was beyond a nightmare and he didn't enjoy any bit of it. At that moment, he felt rotting in bed. Crying over a certain senior felt more comforting. His friend Nung was occupied in deep talk which Knight had no interest in. Popping his elbow on a table near, he rested his chin on his palm, observing whatever was happening around just for the sake of killing time. Until... What the fuck? Am I seeing things? That's definitely him. Wrong account? Knight's busy eyes halted onto a certain familiar figure. A figure he could recognize from miles away. His breath came out short. No way. P-North? As always, he was being strongly stared at across the room. Knight's gaze fell down at the lit cigarette that rested between North's lips, while his eyes held a pure look for desire. Knight felt small under the imitate's gaze, and it wasn't good. As always, he was being strongly stared at across the room. Knight's gaze fell down on the lit cigarette that rested between North's lips, while his eyes held a pure look for desire. Knight felt small under the intimate gaze, and it wasn't good. As usual, his eyes too refused to look away. North's stare has always been magnetic, drawing Knight in a way he couldn't even understand. North looked eternal under the changing beam of light. The signature silver, the necklace that rested around his neck was perfect. Oh, he is perfect. The tension was too strong as he felt a bile rise up inside his throat, feeling overwhelmed. As if something rang inside his head and he pulled back to the reality of, he's not mine and I shouldn't be doing this. Which caused him to instantly rise up from his seat, heading towards somewhere in search of a restroom. He needed time. He needed to get away from North. He didn't know what the senior's intentions were and it didn't stand right with Knight. Not after knowing that he has someone. At least, that's what the younger boy thought. Not this time. The junior was lucky enough to find the restroom in a short time, where he took his time to get himself together. He looked at his washed face on the mirror, letting out a sigh. Mustering up the courage that he was excited with the goal of heading home as soon as he was able to. Closing the door behind him with a clutch, his steps immediately halted when he was greeted by an early familiar figure leaning onto the walls in the hallway. North. His head hung low while he was dragged to a good amount of nicotine from the stick that was placed between his fingers. Knight felt as if he would pass out at any time when the senior resumed his head back up, slowly exhaling the smoke. Knight felt numb when he noticed the younger was taking heavy steps toward himself. Every step that closed the gap between them, Knight felt out of breath. 3, 2, 1, North. North closed the distance, towering himself over the latter. The smell of smoke mixed with sweat fills Knight's nose. His head was low, eyes looking at the silver necklace because he didn't know where else he would be looking. But he was certain that it wasn't North's face. Why are you running away from me? North's voice sent shivers down Knight's spine. Knight felt the burning gaze on him. Knight slowly tilts his head up to resume the dawn and swift. Look at me, Knight. Weirdly and unwillingly, the soft order made Knight surrender, looking at him with the most vulnerable eyes he has ever given someone, and he didn't even know why. I asked you a question, Knight. Why are you running away from me? North questioned again while he dragged another puff of his cigarette before throwing it on the ground. Knight didn't know how he should answer it. Heck, he didn't know what was going on. He was lost. He was confused and in love. Because you smoke. Knight lied under his breath, making North raise an eyebrow. But I don't see you backing away now. North took a step towards strapping Knight himself onto the wall. North looked down at the quivering chest of the younger, sweat dripping down. A tension of silence between the two. The elder leaned down, his face dangerously close to the junior. Knight, not muttered, his lips now almost ghosting on tops of Knight's own. Knight felt a plaint, almost dizzy. Not a word being said. Knight's eyes returned a signal for North to continue. I want you. But you have someone else. This is wrong. Knight said, confusing North. Who? Cloud? Cloud? The senior in our college. You always add a cloud on your post with a heart. The other day I saw you and her talking with each other. Knight didn't know where he mustered up the courage to complain. Maybe he was finally bursting out. Why would you want me when you have someone else? Why would you give me those hints and looks? Why would you make me smile and blush? Why would you cross paths with? Knight was hushed by rough lips. His face pulled away harshly close when Knight softly hit North's chest for a release, which obviously had no effect on. Knight's lips were released after a good minute. Night Sky, a private account, has a cloud emoji as a display name. Knight wasn't given a time to process what happened a minute ago, while North kept adding on more info. A cloud emoji as a display name? Who could it be? Me? Said Knight. Took you long enough, said the older while placing his lips yet again on Knight's soft ones. And this time, Knight didn't waste any minute before kissing North back with the same intensity. One of North's hand cupped Knight's cheek while the other snaked around the younger's waist. Under the shirt, his fingers brushing on the soft skin, running chills around Knight's body. Knight's arm curled around the taller boy's neck, pulling him from little to no space. The kiss was heated, filled with desire, want, need, and the most important, love. Parting their lips away, they both rested their foreheads on each other, chest heaving in equally rapid pace. Knight, be my boyfriend? The question caught Knight off guard but was answered in a heartbeat. Finally with my Night Sky. Finally blocking your ass. I love Q personality. So that's why we couldn't find you all night? Yes. Finally yours, North. So this is the end. First of all, thank you so much Nat for this mini AO. I loved it. It was so nice, and because we never got NorthNight, it does feel like this is something they would do. And although we don't know the whole story of NorthNight or how it unfolded, this one was pretty good. And I can't believe he was like, okay, one thing I didn't understand was Cloud. He's very happy that, okay, Cloud is the girl's name. But Cloud is also literally in your bio. You can connect those two, but you can't connect this one. People in love are stupid. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments how you felt about the AO. If you don't want to, there is also a Twitter. I have linked down below the Twitter post. You can go there and hype up Nat. Okay, bye bye.